It's the 64 Showcase! Welcome to Gate Guy, everybody. I've been waiting for you! This is Gate Guy. First, we have to decide on the turn order. Yeah, the Millennium Star isn't really big on explanations in these duel maps, so I'll be explaining the boards as we start them. I'll spin around and we'll see which side comes up. If I turn up heads, Mario goes first. And if I turn up tails, Wario goes first. Let the Millennium Star spin begin! It's decided. Going first in the blue corner is Wario! And moving second in the red corner is Mario. Next, you must choose where your partner will walk. Partners, come here! So the positioning of your partners in duel maps are very important because the partner you set in front will be more likely to make attacks, and the partner you set in back will be more likely to defend your stamina points. Unfortunately, I can't really let Mario pick on his own what he wants to do, so I am going to have to decide where Koopa Troopa is going to go for him. Since Koopa Troopa is more suited for defense with his 2 hit points, we are going to put him in the rear. That is typically what the AI will do, I think. And finally, I'll give you each 10 coins. Use them wisely. Coins are, of course, more important than ever in the duel maps because each of our partners has a salary up there. Bob-omb has a salary of 3 coins, and Koopa Troopa has a salary of 1 coin. And if you run out of money, your partners leave because they're not putting their lives on their line for nothing here. But anyway, let the duel begin! We're jumping right into it, going to try and pause the game real quick here to set Mario up. Actually, I'm gonna let Wario make his first turn, just so I can take a moment to explain the board. Wario lands on a blank space, we'll explain that in a second. So, we are gonna view the map right here before we get Mario going. Gate Guy is your fairly simple box standard duel map. The board, for the most part, proceeds in a circle here, or a square, rather, and eventually you loop around back to your starting point. But what is important about this board is the gate right here, the gate guy, so to speak. You can pay 5 coins, I believe it is, to take a shortcut up the center here and try to either cut your opponent off or catch them as they are making their way around the board. Managing your money is very important on this board, because while you can use the coins to take the shortcut, if you use them unwisely, you'll run out of money and your partners will leave because you can't pay their salary. And no, they don't accept partial payments. You have to have the full amount for them to stick around. Anyway, that is Game Guy, Game Guy Gate Guy in a nutshell. There is Game Guy. Game Guy's up there. We'll get to him as we come to him. Anyway, we are going to be heading into our settings and setting up Super Mario here. We are going to have movement speed set to normal and text speed set to normal, just to sort of keep the pace steady for a simple observational match here. We're going to be saving after every turn, of course. All minigames are on. We're hiding the minigame explanations just for the sake of time and pacing. We will be showing the computer minigames, considering it's going to be all computer minigames, and if we turn that off, we wouldn't be able to see any of the action. And, yeah, that's basically it for our basic settings here. There are a lot more options than in previous Mario Party games, and they do save between rounds, which is nice. we are going to be setting Mario here to a hard computer player, and we're gonna be backing out. And here we go. The tournament is starting off proper right now. Mario rolls a run, lands in a blank space, not a bank space. Bank space is different. The blank spaces turn into character spaces as you step on them, and they have different effects depending on who lands on them on the board. Wario gets another blank space, turning into a Wario space. If you land on your own space, you get coins, but if your opponent lands on your space, you steal coins from them. Mario taking a shortcut on the middle. We have... I forget this guy's name. That's not good. He'll come into play a little later. And Mario has landed on a Game Guy space. Duel maps go by pretty quick, so these explanations are gonna have to be a little frantic, I think. When Game Guy comes into play, he takes all of your coins and you are forced to bet them on a game of chance. Here we have Toad in the Box, I think this game is called. That's probably wrong. Basically, you have a 50-50 shot of getting either Toad or Bowser Jr., or Baby Bowser, excuse me. If you get Toad, you double your coins. If you get Baby Bowser, you lose all of them. And hey, he gets Toad, doubling his 4 coins into 8. And he's choosing not to continue in this particular game. You can choose to keep doubling your coins if you want to up to 3 times, but you run the risk of losing all of them if you are not careful. Game Guy kind of makes games in Mario Party 3 a bit hectic when he comes into play because it's really all or nothing. If you screw up, you lose all your money. Wario rolling a 7. He doesn't have 5 coins though, so he can't take the shortcut, and he gets a reverse space, causing him to walk backwards, and ooh, he lands on the Mario space, giving 3 coins to Mario. As the game goes on, your character spaces get more powerful. At the very beginning of the game, it's only 3 coins you lose, but as things proceed, things get a little more deadlier. I think it can even go up to 10 coins when you land on that space. Wario runs out of money, Bob-omb leaves, but he gets a happening space. And the happening gives him all of Mario's spaces, turning them into Wario spaces. Suddenly, Mario's path around the board has gotten a little more deadly. A little more risky, so to speak. But Mario is returning to his starting point, and that means he gets 10 coins and he gets a new partner. You can have up to 2 partners, and you can choose to replace the one you have in back or get a new one in front. Mario gets himself a Goomba. Goomba is a fairly standard partner with high attack power but low hit points. He has a salary of 2 coins too, which now means Mario has to pay 3 coins every turn. And he gets a reverse space, going backwards 10 spaces, backing right into Wario, which means it's battle time. Since Koopa Troopa is in back while he's going backwards, that means Koopa attacks, dealing 1 damage to Wario. Wario has no one to defend himself, so that's all you can really do is take the damage. And it's minigame time! Minigames don't happen every turn on Duel maps, and they only happen when you land on these minigame spaces. And we have our first Duel minigame. End of the line. Unlike Mario Party 2, where Duel minigames were decided by what board you were on, now there's a whole category of Duel minigames to choose from. And end of the line, the players have to try and make their way to the end of the line by guessing the right tunnel for their train. If you screw up, you go flying off the cliff and have to start all over, but if you get all 3 paths right, you win. And just like that, Wario makes 3 easy guesses and gets 10 coins for his trouble. Very nice, very nice. Of course, he doesn't have any partners to pay right now, and if he wants to keep himself standing, he needs to make his way back to his starting point as soon as possible. Rolling that 10 helps. Gets himself another 10 coins. And he gets a partner. When you don't have any partners, you get to pick your partner first and then choose their position. When you have a partner already, you have to make the decision on position first. And he gets Toad, who doesn't have much in the way of attack, defense. He does have a low salary, which is nice. But Toad's main purpose is to keep you from losing coins when you land on your opponent's spaces. He's very helpful like that. But speaking of coins, here's Game Guy again. Trust me, this guy is going to show up a lot during this tournament, and it's the same game. I think I'll have you play Magic Boxes, that's what it's called. We don't need the rules, we know how this goes. Wario has 15 coins on the line. If he finds the box that Toad is in, he gets 30 coins, and he can choose to keep doubling it if he is greedy enough. Let's see, what is he gonna pick? He's gonna pick that box. Is he gonna get the right box? Oh, no, he's not. There goes all of Wario's coins. And he gets a hammer to the head for his trouble. He just got himself a new partner, and he's already not going to be able to pay him unless some shenanigans happen this turn. Mario paying 3, trying to make his way back through the board. Nothing really happens when you get to your opponent's starting point. But, yep. There goes Toad. Couldn't pay his partner's salary, and that's it. The countdown in the center here is going to 2. And when it hits 0, we'll get to see what that is going to be all about. Mario rolling a 1, getting another space here. He is right in front of Wario's starting point, so if Wario manages to make it back and get a good attacking partner, he can potentially deal some damage to Mario here. It definitely seems like Mario has the advantage here so far. Oh, but he loses his remaining money on that Wario space. It is now worth 5 coins when you land on it. And Wario makes it back to his starting point yet again with 15 coins. He had 15 coins before he lost it just now. And, what do you know, he gets Toad again. I feel like we've been in this scenario before. It's very strange. Putting Toad in front, that's usually the spot you want to put him since he's not really that much of a defender. And lucky him, displaying Toad's ability right there, he doesn't have to pay any coins to Mario because he's got Toad palling around with him. And Mario loses his 2 partners, but he immediately gets to get another one. The Chain Chomp. The Chain Chomp is one of the special partners that none of the players start off with him. Chain Chomp has 1 attack, 2 defense, and a salary of 6, which is very steep. But what Chain Chomp does is he attacks all of the opponents at once. So if Mario manages to catch up to Wario here, he'll attack both Wario and Toad, knocking them all out, knocking them down a peg. But, considering how far away he is from Wario, I don't really know if that's gonna happen. And we've got a happening space. A power-up! When you get a power-up, your partner's stats all double, including their salary. Now, Toad is a powerhouse of 2 attack and 2 defense, but a salary of 2. All that power comes at a price. And if Mario can't manage to do something here quick, he's gonna lose Chain Chomp right away. Speaking of power, anyway. And the reverse space sends Wario back 9 spaces. And he gets defended from losing coins to Mario yet again. But Mario can't afford to pay Chain Chomp, and he goes away. If only he had a few more coins. That probably would have gone in Mario's favor there. We're down to the last 10 turns already. Duel maps go by pretty quickly. And Wario not rolling high. Mario rolling a 5, but since he doesn't have a partner, he can't do anything about it, and he is going to be right in front of Wario. But first, we've got a minigame to play. Of course, the only minigames that show up on Duel maps are Duel minigames, the 2 versus 2 minigames. And we've got Silly Screws! This one's always a favorite of mine. Players have to run on these giant screws, or, what would you call these? Nuts? I guess? I don't know. Pressing A or B, lining them up with the next nut going forward. And they have to line everything up properly to make it to the end of the pathway here. If you go too far, you do have to start turning your nut in the other direction. Or bolts, or whatever you want to call them. Proper timing, slowing down your button presses is key here. Mario seems to have a pretty commanding lead. Is he going to be able to do it? No, he goes a little too far past, but I don't think Wario can catch up on time. Maybe he can. No. Oh, that came down really close there all of a sudden. Poor Wario did not make it quite in time, and Mario wins the minigame. But on this next turn, Mario might get a bit of a comeuppance for that minigame win, because Wario has a powered-up Toad getting ready to deal 2 damage to his plumber rival. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Is he gonna roll high enough? Yes, he does, and that means Wario's taking the shortcut? Okay, that was confusing. Wario had plenty of opportunity there to deal 2 damage to Mario and put himself in the lead, but he chooses to take the shortcut for some reason. I don't really understand. But he is gonna get another opportunity here to deal some damage, so maybe this was his plan all along? Maybe Wario just really wanted 2 partners under his belt, who knows? But anyway, we've got a battle going on. What should have happened last turn? Toad with a powered-up strike, whacking Mario with some kind of mushroom hammer. I always joked that it looked like a purse, honestly. Just the thought of Toad smacking someone with a purse is pretty hilarious. When you reach start, when you have a powered-up partner, their power level goes back to normal, and every 3 times you go back to start, you get the Lucky Roulette, which runs slowly and basically lets you choose your partner. And here we have a Sniffit. Sniffit has a pretty decent attack and defense with a high salary, but at the beginning of your turn, Sniffit has the potential to give you up to 4 coins, I believe it is, for free. And Wario backs up, Sniffit making a strike on Mario. All of a sudden, Mario is down to only 1 hit point, and if he can't get out of Wario's way, he is going to lose this duel round. But before that happens, we've got ourselves another duel minigame. Crowd cover. Players have to match the picture in the center of the screen with one of the pictures on the bottom, but it's covered by a crowd. The crowd eventually clears, and Wario guesses wrong, which means he loses. If you're too quick to the trigger and you get it wrong, that does mean your opponent wins. And Wario was just a little too quick, didn't see the picture in time. Loses another minigame to Mario, but that really might not matter too much as things proceed here. If Wario rolls high and catches up to Mario, that means he wins. Mario desperately trying to make his way back to his starting position to get a partner to potentially defend himself with. And Wario loses 6 coins due to Sniffit's fairly high and pricey salary, but thankfully he doesn't lose any coins to Mario. Oh, but Mario loses coins to Wario. And Wario makes it back to his starting point once again, Sniffit giving him a 2-coin bonus. Let's see here. Because Wario has 2 partners now, he does have to choose which partner gets replaced. He's choosing to replace Toad. And, well, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get another Toad in place of the Toad you just got rid of. What can you say? Choosing to take the shortcut down the center of the map. Ooh, and he lands on a power-up space, which means that his partners are powered up, but because of Sniffet's high salary, that means he has to pay 12 coins every turn, and he can only afford them for 2 more. Mario getting himself a lucky roulette, choosing the partner he wants to bring with him, and he goes for his reliable old Koopa Troopa. What's he going to do? Putting him in front, choosing to use him as an attacker. And losing more money to Wario, giving Wario a bit more money to keep his super strong partners going. We're on the last 5 turns, things are coming down to the wire here. Gets 3 coins as a bonus, but loses 12 right away. And... yeah, come on everyone, it's time for a mini-game. When the roulette here reaches 0, everyone's transported to what's-his-name here, I can't remember it. And you play a mini-game for extra coins. This round is worth 30 coins. It's Bowser Toss. In a Mario 64 fashion, you need to spin Bowser around and around and throw him as far as you can. The speed you're spinning and the angle do make a significant change in how far your throw goes, and it looks like Wario, with his superior strength, has won that minigame. Won 30 whole freaking coins. That's pretty awesome. As the game goes on, these mini-games from the roulette here, the countdown, get significantly more worth your money. I think it can go up to... I'm actually not sure how high it can go. 30 might be the maximum. I could be remembering wrong, who knows. But those character spaces are now worth 10 coins each. All of a sudden, Wario has a lot of money to his name. And because Mario was transported here against his will, he can now choose which direction to go from the center of the board. And he hits a Game Guy space. All 21 coins go into Game Guy. Let's see what game of chance that Mario is gonna have to play now. There we go. This one is always a fun one. Personal favorite, Game Guy's Lucky 7. It's a match against Game Guy, and you have to roll dice to climb the stairs up to that 7 mark. If you finish ahead of Game Guy, you get double your coins, and if you land on the Lucky 7 up there, you get... I forget what the multiplier is. I'm gonna have to check that. You roll up to 2 dice. Of course, Game Guy rolled a 6, which is as high as you can roll on a 6-sided die, and oh! Mario had no choice but to roll again to try and win, but he ended up rolling too high and went off the end, which means he loses all his money. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about Game Guy in this game. He can prove to be quite the heart stopper when it comes to the intensity of Mario Party 3. But at the same time, if you've got a commanding coin lead and all of a sudden you lose all of your coins, it can be pretty frustrating. Partner's power levels return to normal. Wario gets another 10 coins. And choosing to try and replace Toad again. Let's see if he can actually do it this time. And Wario gets another Sniffet on the roulette. Double partners of the same kind, a Sniffet combination, means that they get an extra attack point. Typically, when you get 2 of the same partner, that is the bonus you get. It depends on which partner it is, but we'll get to that if it comes up. So, when you're aiming for partners, when you get the Lucky Roulette especially, going for double partners is usually worth your time. No other real combination of partners does anything special. Mario choosing to put Koopa behind him, though with only 2 health points, it might not help him too much against the onslaught of Sniffits that might be coming his way. Mario doesn't have much of a chance here to outlast Wario, but it might end a little quicker depending on how fast Wario can catch up to Mario. We've got ourselves another minigame. Baby Bowser Bonkers! Again, another personal favorite of mine. Players have to hit as many Baby Bowsers popping up on the board as they can, racking up points. Whoever finishes with the most points, 1 point per Baby Bowser bonked, wins the minigame. It is pretty important to try and chain your jumps together to rack up as many points as quick as you can. More Baby Bowsers pop up as the game goes on, so with the right combination of jumps, you can quickly overtake your opponent if you play your cards right. Overall, a pretty simple minigame. Coming right down to the last couple seconds here, Mario takes the minigame. Mario doing pretty well with winning minigames, but not doing too great with keeping his partners on him. It's a nice 10 coins here. And let's see what's gonna happen next. Mario going first. Rolling a 10. Choosing to take the shortcut down the center of the board, but I don't think that was a wise choice, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna put him right in front of Wario. Oh no. Maybe he's hoping this happening space will give him some kind of advantage. Gets his opponent spaces, which means all the Wario spaces are now Mario spaces on the board. But I don't think that's gonna help him. Those Sniffits have 3 attack power each, and Little Koopa Troopa only has 2 hit points. And when you deal extra damage to a partner, the remaining attack strength goes right through to Mario here. So, 3 minus 2 is 1. And 1 damage to Mario means that he loses all of his stamina. In the Yu-Gi-Oh world, we call that piercing damage. And Mario's hit points hit 0, and it is game over. We do get our fancy little results screen here, but usually it's pretty easy to predict the winner of a duel game. Well played. The remaining heart pieces. Wario with 4 left. He took a hit early on in the game, but then Mario just couldn't capitalize on the damage he dealt. He couldn't keep his partners with him, and Wario wins this duel round. But because of the nature of duel boards, these are going to be best 2 out of 3, as explained earlier in the rule explanations. So Wario gets himself a win, but he's got to win 1 more to determine his place in the main Battle Royale tournament. So I'm gonna get that started, and we will be right back.